Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Bridges from Nathan's Nuggets, and today I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl with Ben Sobaje, Jesse Madden, and Jordan Hornbeak. Thank you for joining me today.
Yep, thank you, Nathan.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. Thanks for joining me. So, who wants to pick first?
I can go first.
All right.
So for me, I think it will go down to the end of the game, and I think Tom Brady is going to have one of his famous fourth quarter drives to win it, just like always.
That's a good pick. I agree with that. Ben, you want to
I'll
go?
go next. I'm saying after halftime,
Just
the Chiefs come up with something, and they just dominate the second half. So I'm going Chiefs all the way.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm pretty torn, but I think the Chiefs have the upper hand just because of Mahomes being one of the best quarterbacks in the league and having like the best tight end and fast receivers. But I think it'll be a close game, and the Buccaneers have been surprising us this whole season. So
Yeah, so you think it's going to be close, but in at Mahomes,
Yeah.
he pulls out. All right.
yeah, that's what I think.
So I got the Buccaneers. You know who the Patrick Mahomes has only lost to one quarterback in the playoffs. You know who that is? It's
Tom Brady.
Yeah. And so I definitely think he wants to come out with that 7-3, and he's got more experience than Mahomes by a lot. So I think it's going to come down to the experience, and like they'll be able to make plays. And I think Gronk's also going to have a bigger impact because Brady knows he can trust him. And it's going to be a high-scoring game, but the Buccaneers' defense is good, and I think they can stop them enough, and I think Buccaneers will win.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see both teams winning it. I think the Chiefs, although Patrick Mahomes is not as experienced as Brady, I think Andy Reid definitely has the experience over Bruce Arians, and so that could factor into the game as well, very, very much.
Yeah.
I agree with Jesse on that one. I'm definitely torn, but I have I lean more towards the Chiefs. But yeah, the coaching experience. I mean, the Bucks defense is pretty young. The Bucks team's pretty young. They don't have nobody on the team really has a lot of playoff experience besides Gronk and Tom, of course. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, well, definitely. And then I wonder who gets used the most, Ronald Jones or Leonard Fournette.
I say Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn on that because they give more carries to Fournette, but I think Jones is so much better. And when Jones does get the ball, he has the big play potential that Leonard doesn't have. But it's kind of a coaching decision. Whoever they want to give the most carries is probably going to have the better game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely about what their offensive game plan is. You know, if they want to go power, if they want to go elusiveness, and like he said, the big playability.
Yeah,
and I think if they get to the ball to some of their receivers, they could just outrun their defense. So they really don't have a good stop on that.
Yeah, because they have like two good receivers, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
No, I mean Chiefs.
What are you talking about? Oh, I thought you were still talking about the Buccaneers.
No.
So you think like with Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's his speed. And Travis Kelce, he's led the league in receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has had a good chance of stopping them.
And I also think Tom Brady wants to get his revenge because, obviously this year they lost to the Chiefs earlier.
Yeah.
100%. 100% he wants to get his revenge.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this Chiefs team is a little bit different. It's not like some of the other teams he played against where he got the revenge came easy.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyreek Hill, like you were just saying, he's kind of a different breed. He's a beast. Travis Kelce as well.
And I think the Buccaneers have a little bit more motive, but the Chiefs still, I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and because it's going to be different. It's not going to be like how he was, but it will be tougher than like how he was able to get revenge on the Saints. But Chiefs team,
Yeah.
it's a lot different. Like Jesse said, they have more weapons.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, two of the best quarterbacks in football, though. Tom Brady, the GOAT, and you got the next best thing in Mahomes. So it'll be a shootout.
I know, I'm with you. I mean, I think Mahomes is probably at this point better than Brady, like a one-game thing. Mahomes had a better season, and I'd trust him. But Brady's right there. But then, like I mentioned earlier, the coaching gap is so big between Andy Reid and Bruce Arians that could be a huge factor for this game.
I
Yeah.
think the defense will be a big factor too. I mean, although they're young, fast, they got everything. They got all the weapons on defense. The Bucs, I'm talking about. But I mean, that Chief defense is experienced, and I mean, you have leaders like Tyrann Mathieu, and you got Chris Jones on the D line. The linebackers are a little weak, but they're veterans. They know how to play the game. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah, they have the experience there.
I'm excited to see how the Bucs pass rush will do with the young Chiefs O line. Because who's it who got hurt? But he's out. He tore
Was
his
it Mitchell Schwartz?
Yeah, it was Mr. Schwartz. I mean, that's big. That's a big missing piece, especially for a Super Bowl. I mean, they had 2 weeks to prepare, but still, with this Bucs defense, we'll see how that goes with the new young guy coming in.
Definitely. And then, I think Tom Brady, he especially wants to win this too, because he knows, looking back, when you go back to this game, probably when it's towards the end of Mahomes' career and stuff, this could be who gets declared the GOAT, and if Brady was able to go 2-0 in the playoffs against Mahomes. All right. Thank you for joining me today to talk about the Super Bowl.
Of course, Nathan. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me as well.
Yeah, it was cool.
Anytime. Thank you.